Thank you. Take a look at this. We found dozens of luxury cars here in Georgia, but they all have Montana tags on them. We got a tip about a state investigation, and we learned that the owners of Georgia's most expensive cars have found a way to avoid millions of dollars in taxes. Channel 2's investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live near Spaghetti Junction. Mark, you went on raids with Georgia authorities, and you also traveled to Montana to get some answers.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm told that a 2004 Ferrari Challenge Stradale would cost about $10,290 to register in Georgia if you were to buy it today, about $10K. A Montana official estimates a 2004 Ferrari Challenge Stradale would cost $213.95 to register in Montana. The question is, how much are Montana tags really costing Georgia taxpayers? This practice by countless Georgia residents is costing Georgians big money?
It is. It's costing the state of Georgia millions of dollars a year.
The car tags say Montana, but we saw them in Georgia on high-end vehicles in an airport hangar and posh home in Cobb County, at a Sandy Springs mansion, at sites rated simultaneously, we're told, by the Georgia Department of Revenue Special Investigations Unit, FAA, and Sandy Springs or Cobb Police. Chief Josh Waite says authorities executed search warrants for an investigation focused on two men, Ryan Hardwick and Dustin Farthing. They're not charged with any crime at this point.
No, they're not.
Who live in Georgia, not in Montana, but who have allegedly registered numerous exotic cars in Montana because that state doesn't charge sales tax or ad valorem tax on cars, unlike Georgia and most other states. Is he breaking the law?
I don't believe so.
Ryan Hardwick says he had no intention of breaking any law in Georgia and checked with lawyers both in Georgia and Montana. He suggested exotic car and RV owners across the country do it. Indeed, the story is much bigger than one case. Waite says countless other wealthy Georgians are doing the same thing.
It's really not fair to every other taxpayer.
Our own investigation has stretched over months. Our crew has spotted exotic cars carrying Montana tags across metro Atlanta, in Dunwoody and Sandy Springs at car shows, outside a mall restaurant, driving down Peachtree Street, on the Atlanta section of a website called Autogaspot, from Ferrari to Lamborghini and more. We're blurring tags because we don't know if occasionally an owner might really live in Montana.
So I would say in Montana that per capita we probably have more Bugattis registered here than any other state in the nation. You probably will never see one of those types of vehicles traveling on a road in Montana, especially in the wintertime.
Montana Motor Vehicle Division Administrator Sarah Garcia says with minimal effort, people can save a lot of money and fully comply with the law in Montana.
We're doing everything above board.
She and Joanne Lohr with her office say under Montana law you can set up an LLC, limited liability company, a company that doesn't have to make or sell anything. And even if you never set foot in Montana,
it fulfills that Montana residency requirement, yes.
And even with new flat fees for certain vehicles, many folks who live elsewhere can still save big money registering expensive cars there. They say Montana has dozens of firms that will set up the LLC for you and even go to the tag office for you.
18!
Waite says Deer Park Corporate Services of Helena, Montana set up the LLCs for at least some of the cars involved in his investigation. It appears to be connected to LLC, TLC in Helena. You're the COO, right?
Yes.
You can't talk to me about this?
Nope. I'm choosing not to.
So we definitely want to talk to them.
I just went into this role and I just don't. I think it's best if our president talks to you guys. Okay?
Now, CWSBTV.com. So Hardwick says car dealers in Georgia and elsewhere have pointed him toward registering his cars in Montana. He says once Georgia dropped its annual sales tax and sales and use tax on cars in favor of an upfront title tax, he was led to believe going to Montana to get his car titles to save money was legal. And he says since DOR says he needs Georgia tags on cars here more than 30 days, that's what he's going to do. Reporting live, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
And Mark, are there a lot of companies in Montana like that LLC, TLC company you just told us about?
Yeah, actually a whole industry has sprung up around that, and going inside one of those companies is what we plan to do tomorrow and more.
All right. Interesting. Mark, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Some people are saying bullet